I've been dying to get back to some dragons, and today I'm going to dive right into it with a stunning wyvern from the Monster Hunter Figure Builder series. This is Legiana, and it's an apex predator that lives in the Coral Highlands. In terms of design, it's an absolute delight and so representative of why I love these figure builder miniatures. If there's one thing I can say to describe the overall design, it's symmetrical geometry. It just jumps out at you from the front, between the left and the right. Not just of the wings, but also the head crests. From the side, you have symmetry in terms of movement curves, here in the wings, and then balanced by the tail. And of course, you have symmetry over these geometrical patterns too. As you can see, Legiana is predominantly beige and dark navy blue, with various transitional blends of the two throughout. From the front, the wing membranes are edged with these brown pennant-like patterns. The wings themselves are very unusually shaped, looking almost like maple leaves, which lends a very plant-like feel to the creature. Now this color scheme repeats on the frill over here. I like the way the light blue on the arm helps break up the sheer beigeness of the wings and ties in very nicely with the color of the chest. And this is picked up very nicely in the tail too. The pennant motif is echoed here in the double frill that comes off the double crests. Brown on the outside and sharper and black on the inside. The frills are predominantly beige on the outside, or perhaps I should say the front, but on the inside or the back it's predominantly blue. And again you have a balance, this time between its two primary colors. On the other side, these black pointier pennants flow along the upper wing edge. From here, the idea is taken up in the back, with these diamond-shaped markings, with transverse points that collectively form a continuous curve through the entire spread, coming together to meet the body in the center. And I like how everything just ties in such a pleasing symmetry, and there's something really electrifying about the geometry of this pattern. The wingtips are dark navy blue, but see how they transition by first lightening in shade and then blending into the beige here, so smoothly and gradually. In the neck, you can see how these star-like patterns are echoed here, but arranged in a way that forms a repeating design of rectilinear shapes. The artist really had a very high sense of aesthetics. As you'd expect, the detail in sculpting is exquisite, as we've seen in the other Monster Hunter figure builders. But Legiana exhibits what I feel is an even higher level of detail than we've seen. And that's because instead of scales we've seen before, Legiana has something much finer, fur. Just look at the wings here, from the front. I think you can make out these very fine lines, these ditherings almost. From the back, you'll see the same, except due to the dark color, it gives you a slightly different appearance, almost like exceptionally fine feathering. The frills have a somewhat different texture. And let's not forget the frill on the tail. With skin texturing at such a fine level, it's as if the same kind of detail that we saw in the PNSO Parasaurolophus has been replicated here, but shrunken down several scales while still maintaining that detail. There's a true mastery here that's really beyond words. Needless to say, the claws are sculpted very dynamically, and you almost imagine how this Legiana is swooping down on a hapless victim, or perhaps fighting a not-so-hapless monster hunter, thrashing its legs about as it keeps itself aloft. And really, everything ties in to create a scene full of drama and dynamic action that really looks great from any angle. And I only wish that this pole here allowed for more positioning possibilities. Let's compare him quickly to the other two flying figure builders, the Shagaru Magala and Rathalos. And I think you can see how flying creatures are each given their own characteristics that really make it hard not to want to, as they say in the ads, collect them all. So there's another Capcom Figure Builder wyvern. Now really, these little creatures are such a delight, and I highly recommend you pick them up because they're affordable and they take up so little real estate, with the caveat, of course, that you keep track of your dwindling expenses and shelf space. I'll see you guys soon.